What can I say? I lived the experience of a black woman who is attacked and over-sexualized. See, I'm so tired of hearing these idiots call my name as Fanny in a way to attempt to humiliate me. Because like silly schoolboys, the name reminds them of a woman's rear, of her behind. Yes. Can I take my time?
District Attorney Fani Willis is taking aim at her critics during a speech at a Marietta church. Now, all of this comes as lawyers for former President Donald Trump and his co-defendants prepared to appeal the decision by Fulton County Judge Scott McAfee to allow her office to remain on the election interference case.
And 11 Alive's Karis Belger was inside Turner Chapel AME Church today for her remarks.
So I have a word to America today. Black women are sick and tired of being sick and tired.
While addressing the congregation at Turner Chapel AME Church, Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis also took time to address her critics, like former New York Mayor Rudolph Giuliani, one of the co-defendants in the Fulton County election interference case against former President Donald Trump.
I've heard from friends of all religious backgrounds and all races, really disgusted that in God's house, ugliness against women is celebrated and not condemned.
The remarks came less than 24 hours after Willis filed a motion to dismiss the appeal that is seeking to have her removed from the case. If the motion is denied, the Georgia Court of Appeals will hear arguments in October. Willis did not directly address the case, but did say she would continue to work toward what she calls her mission to make sure justice serves every member.
Yes, this is insane. If I'm this woman at this time, I would shut on my mouth and don't talk much. Recently, she went on a run like you have seen here. I still have a couple of videos I'm going to play so you will see exactly what is going on. According to Fani Willis, she's over-sexualized. People calling her out. She even went further to call them schoolboys. You know, for what has been going on. According to this article, Fani Willis appeared to call out her critics in Trump's case and speech at Black Church. I don't know why she always bring in politics in church premises, because this is not a place you are supposed to use, to spew out this. According to her, because she's a black woman, it is difficult to be a black woman. That is why they're doing this to her. And she went further to say a lot, and it's important I show you this video. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that. It will do you no harm if you share out the clip.
Leading the case against Donald Trump in Georgia is lashing out at her critics today for, quote, anti-Christian attacks. CNN's Brian Todd has more on the fiery speech Fani Willis just gave at an Atlanta area church.
A defiant Fulton County District Attorney delivers a message to her detractors.
Black women are sick and tired of being sick and tired.
During an appearance today at an African Methodist Episcopal church outside Atlanta, Fani Willis talked about what she's gone through since former President Donald Trump tried to get her removed from prosecuting his election subversion case in Georgia, and since Nathan Wade resigned as a prosecutor in the case because of their previous relationship.
What can I say? I lived the experience of a black woman who is attacked and over-sexualized. See, I'm so tired of hearing these idiots call my name as Fanny in a way to attempt to humiliate me. Because like silly schoolboys, the name reminds them of a woman's rear, of her behind.
Willis did not mention anyone by name in her speech, but alluded to the moment Trump's former attorney, Rudy Giuliani, made an offensive remark about her at a Michigan church event last week.
I've got two prosecutors, Fanny the hoe.
Willis responded to that this morning.
Very anti-Christian behavior celebrated In fact, they cheered, celebrated, and laughed loudly.
This came just hours after CNN's Caitlin Collins interviewed Nathan Wade. A tense moment came with this question.
When did the romantic relationship between the two of you start?
There's been this effort to say that, okay, these exact dates are at issue, and these exact dates are, I'm getting signaled here.
A consultant to Wade interrupted the interview. They moved aside and spoke for a few moments. Then Collins resumed.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Just to revisit the question, it was to clarify when the romantic relationship started and when it ended.
Sure. So, I believe that the public has, through the testimony and other interviews, the public has a clear snapshot that this is clearly just a distraction.
We want to withdraw our guilty pleas, and then that'll be up to the judge. I do want to flag another issue, though, that's going to be in front of the Court of Appeals. There's the disqualification, the affair, the intermingling of finances. I agree with Judge Shinlin. I'm not so moved by that. I don't think the proof was clear enough. There's a separate issue that Trump and the other defendants are going to raise that I think is a bigger deal, which is Fani Willis's inappropriate comments about the case outside of court. Judge McAfee found those comments to be, quote, legally improper, and then he did nothing about it. And so the defense is going to argue to the Court of Appeals, if the prosecutor makes, quote, legally improper statements that impair the constitutional rights of the defendant, there needs to be a remedy for that.
Yes, she is actually having a voice to talk about this. She did something wrong. Yeah, and even caused this man to have a divorce. Ruin his marriage, which she acknowledges it without that. So I don't understand why she was stand up here to say we should not be able to do videos and call out this. There is one thing I notice with people like this. Anything they will try to play the race card. She is doing it here, playing the race card like it's because I'm a black woman. You will see any kind of Jack and G, just trying to call my name. Totally insane. If you have messed up, accept it and move on and try to better off your life, not to repeat that same mistake. She F off. So when I see her ranting like this, it is annoying. When you take a look at the article, Fani Willis called out her critics in a Defiant speech Thursday at a black church outside Atlanta, not naming names, but appearing to refer to Trump and others who have attacked the Georgia prosecutor investigations of the former president or effort to overturn his 2020 election laws in the state. Willis, the Fulton County District Attorney, obtained an indictment last year against Trump and 18 of his allies. She has faced months of criticisms over her handling of the case, with some of the attacks playing on racist or sexist tropes, as well as for hiring a special prosecutor now of the case with whom she had a romantic relationship. That has been the case. And that is what people are calling out. People don't care whether she is black, white. People call out just for this fact. Like, are you insane? How can you bring in your lover, to be playing this, persecuting Trump? That is what I've seen over and over. So I don't understand why she will get up, to say this. It is important when you have messed up, try to go down on your knees and beg for forgiveness so God can look into it, not using a church milieu to do politics. It is unacceptable. This is not the first time Fani Willis is doing this. I've seen it over and over, where she usually uses a church to pass out a message to her critics. Totally insane. Speaking to a gathering of black church clergy and congregants, Willis said friends often express concern for her. I lived the experience of a black woman who is attacked and over-sexualized. She said, see, I'm so tired of hearing those idiots call my name as Fanny in a way to attempt to humiliate me because, like silly schoolboys, the name reminds them of a woman rear of her behind. Trump has used that pronunciation to mock Willis